¿Qué tal, amigos? Esto es Factor H. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo y en directo, como habíamos quedado con ustedes. Han visto lo que es la exposición en Reconstruyendo el área de Boulder. Y nos vamos a tenemos a un miembro de nuestra directiva, el señor Jake Salazar,
perfecto, gracias,
empresario
Martínez,
y también miembro de la
nuestro buen
directiva.
amigo Jesús Carrillo nos está escuchando. Veo que está ahí sentado junto a otro amigo mío, Jake Salazar, quien es miembro de la Cámara Hispana de Comercio de Colorado. Me parece que todavía no están listos, Marco Martínez, entonces vamos a ocuparnos de este último comunicado del CDC, del Centro de Control y Prevención de Enfermedades, que dice que de aquí en adelante nos tenemos que ocupar, Marco Martínez, de las personas que están bastante enfermas. Los mandatos de la máscara o mascarilla se han levantado. Claro, los hospitales y otros lugares todavía tienen el derecho de mandar esto, pero virtualmente en este momento, en Colorado y en gran parte de los Estados Unidos, el peligro asociado con el COVID ha bajado, en algunos lugares de forma dramática, Marco Martínez.
Es buena señal, es buena señal. Y sí, efectivamente, por si no lo sabían, los hospitales exigen el uso del cubrebocas. Pero si no lleva, no se preocupe, ahí le van a proporcionar uno. Si se rehúsa, lo van a sacar. Así.
Sí.
Fue lo que vimos ahí.
Es un hospital, ¿no?
Antier.
Es un hospital,
sí,
¿se entiende?
Cualquier hospital.
Ahora, ¿por qué se rehusó sacar?
No, yo obedecí, pero sí, a dos personas le sacaron, pues, llamando a la guardia, a la security, pues, y para afuera, porque se rehusaron a usar la mascarilla. No trae, amablemente le proporcionan una en el hospital.
Muy bien, perfecto.
Pero esa
he knows that I don't speak English.
Pues, es obligatorio.
He knows I don't speak French.
Jesús, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido, te escuchamos.
Okay.
Mi querido Jesús, te escuchamos, ¿nos escuchas? Tengo entendido que vamos a charlar con nuestro amigo Jake Salazar. ¿Cómo estás, Jake? Bienvenido. Jake, how are you?
Bienvenido. How are you guys?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
All right,
can
great.
You hear me?
We can hear you, my friend. Gracias. Gracias, mi querido Jake. Jake Salazar es miembro de la Cámara Hispana de Comercio de la Mesa Directiva y me parece que se encuentra en este momento en un evento que está reuniendo a muchas familias asociadas con este terrible incendio, el incendio Marshall. Jake, can you tell us a little bit about the event you are attending? What's the purpose and how can people help?
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. It's always good to see you. So the event is the Marshall Fire Recovery. And so what we're doing is we're trying to put as many home builders as we can with the folks up here that lost their homes. And, there's an awful lot of displaced families up here. And a lot of them, just kind of been getting the runaround from their insurance companies, not really knowing who they can talk to, who they can trust. So getting some, good accredited businesses up here to meet with these families and ultimately help them, make a decision to either rebuild their home or to, either sell their land, mostly though to rebuild, and that's the whole purpose up here. So kind of a lot of community volunteers and just volunteers kind of from all over the place.
Muy bien, perfecto. Jesús, ¿vas a interpretar esto? Me toca a mí. Bueno, parece que Jesús no nos está escuchando. Bueno, entonces, mire, nuestro amigo Jake Salazar nos dice que está participando de una reunión donde se está tratando de unir a aquellos quienes tienen experiencia en la construcción de viviendas, ¿no? Si usted trabaja para compañías de construcción, seguramente ha recibido esta invitación. Jesús Carrillo habló de esto bastante durante esta semana, ayer y anteayer. Entonces, nuestro amigo Jake Salazar dice que, bueno, la idea, el propósito es ayudar a las personas que sufrieron debido a este incendio, el incendio Marshall, personas que perdieron su vivienda, personas que están teniendo problemas con las compañías de seguro, para que se sienten con aquellos que construyen viviendas y tomen la decisión de reconstruir su vivienda o por ahí vender su terreno, ¿no? Dependiendo de las cosas. Entre otras cosas, nos dice Jake que hay mucha gente que voluntariamente está apoyando a todos aquellos que sufrieron de esta desgracia. Jake, ¿cuál ha sido la respuesta de la gente a esta invitación que ustedes han hecho? hablando no solamente de aquellos que son expertos en la reconstrucción o construcción de viviendas, sino de todos quienes pueden de alguna manera paliar el sufrimiento de quienes tristemente fueron afectados por este incendio. Have you been able to gauge the response, Jake, in terms of those who attended this event, attended the invitation? Have you encountered a lot of home builders and others who are associated with that industry who are willing to help people in need?
Yeah. The response has actually been overwhelming. We've got almost 400 people here, obviously most of which who have lost their homes. It's actually been incredible. Webinars set up all morning, and then allowing the people to walk the event, and then there's the Colorado Home Builders Association, a lot of the local politicians here, but more than that, banks, insurance companies, and a ton of builders and contractors. It's actually the fact that we only started putting this event together 3 weeks ago, and it had this kind of turnout I think it's a very, very, very inspiring that this many people actually turned out for it.
Muy bien, interesante los conceptos de Jake, y por favor, Marquito, le pido que baje el exacto, gracias. Jake nos dice que aproximadamente 400 personas se dieron cita a este lugar. Es algo impresionante, dice él, porque este evento se empezó a planificar hace 3 semanas atrás. Dice, lógicamente, la mayoría de los que están atendiendo son personas que perdieron su vivienda. Sin embargo, hay gente del Colorado Home Builders Association. También hay contratistas, compañías de seguro, constructores, en fin, ¿no? Ciertamente líderes políticos y otros funcionarios quienes están ahí para ayudar y apoyar en esta causa. Anything else you'd like to add, Jake? And thank you so much for joining us.
No, I appreciate it. I'm actually 5th generation from Louisville, and really happy that the Hispanic Chamber was able to pull together a lot of the vendors, a lot of the food vendors that contributed, even Pepsi. That contributed through the chamber, and even some of our friends that are part of the builders, and even reconstruction materials and things of that nature that are all vendors here as well. So just happy we could be a help.
Muy bien, perfecto. Dice Jake que él, viene. Se origina en Louisville, 5ª generación de quienes en su momento iniciaron el tronco genealógico de su familia. Quiere agradecer a la Cámara Hispana de Comercio por esta increíble labor asociada con este evento, ciertamente también algunos patrocinadores como la compañía Pepsi y a los constructores y otros individuos quienes están participando en este gran evento que busca ayudar a apoyar a todos aquellos quienes sufrieron a causa del incendio Marshall. Reitero, gracias a la labor commendable, por cierto, de la Cámara Hispana de Comercio de Colorado. My friend, it's good to see you. Hope to see you soon in person. Thank you for joining us.
Always good to see you, brother.
Thank you. Nuestro amigo.
Still.
That's it?
Still.
Oh.
Well, so para aquellas personas que se conectaron el día de hoy, les agradecemos porque esta es una manera en que la Cámara de Comercio Hispana comparte todo lo que tiene que ver con lo que es la Cámara, sus miembros, sus socios, y hoy en día tenemos a nuestro director, a uno de los directores de la Cámara, que él es Jake Salazar, y que aparte de ser empresario, también es una parte muy importante de esta comunidad. Y hablábamos hace poco sobre lo importante que es también conectarnos con todo Colorado, que sabemos que somos todo uno solo, que es un solo estado. Y Y gracias también por darnos la oportunidad de abrirle la puerta a los contratistas hispanos. Thank you so much for allowing us to extend an invitation to our community for them to be a part of this, not just the citizens, but also people in the business. Let me just set this up, guys. As you can see, we're going live right now. This is live.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, perfect. There we go.
So I was saying that thank you for allowing us to be here, for extending an invitation to our community, not just those who are citizens, but also those who are in business, those who are in the construction business. And you guys know, the rebuilding of this community is not going to be a simple, easy one. It's going to be a little complex because we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people involved, from those who own a home, those who have to rebuild from the foundation up, to those who also have to do some repairs.
Correct.
So please share with us a little more about how this is, how was this organized? You're part of the committee, and how are you doing this?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So I'm a fifth generation from Louisville. Saw the opportunity. Was actually up here trying to help put out the fires, and once the aftermath, it was apparent that the community had suffered a pretty massive tragedy. We right away started trying to figure out ways to help these people figure out what was going on, to help them work with their insurance companies, and ultimately help them to build homes and rebuild their lives. We just kind of took it upon ourselves to start trying to put this together, and bring these builders in, these banks, these insurance companies, to be able to sit people down face to face instead of doing it over the phone and getting put on hold by your insurance company, and really bring people in to actually have an event so people could see the whites of somebody else's eyes that they were talking to.
You probably answered this question already, but why is it that the chamber is getting involved?
Yeah, so the chamber, obviously does a ton of outreach. I happen to be from Louisville, as I said, fifth generation, and so I'm on the board of directors. And right away, we knew that we should get involved to help bring whatever resources we could back up to this community, even if it was just bottles of water or whatever else. And as it turns out, we have a pretty vast community of Hispanics in this state. So we wanted to make sure that we could bring those resources up here to help these people rebuild their lives.
As part of our leadership, what would you like to share with our business community, with those in construction, with those that can help?
Yeah, obviously this won't be the first event, or this won't be the last event that we do. But you can help by coming up to these kind of events and ultimately, showing people what it is that you do. Even if it's cleanup, if it's construction, contracting, development, architecture, whatever it is. These people just want to look people in the eye and actually be able to work with them. Trying to do things over the phone or by Zoom just isn't the same as actually being able to shake somebody's hand and talk to a real person. And so getting involved, coming, as these events continue, make sure that you keep an eye out for these kinds of things. Get yourself involved. Give to the charities that these organizations are giving to, because these ultimately are all going to benefit the community. But more than that, give your time. And there's plenty of outreach. And if people out there need to know more about how to get involved, please reach out to us. We are happy to give the resources.
In communities, a giving communities, a supporting community, I can see them coming and helping and supporting in the near future. One of the things that is coming to my mind right now, I think something that we can do is create a sign-up list.
Yeah.
A list where people can sign up business in the construction business, for you Hispanic businesses, we're gonna create a quick landing page on our website for you guys to log in and sign up, and for us to create a list. I know that the both the committee or the county cannot endorse companies. They cannot say go to this or go to that company.
Right.
But you guys can connect them.
Well,
right?
we know who the good ones are, and who the people are that actually need the help. So I mean, please get involved. It's going to take an awful lot of effort to rebuild what happened up here. I mean, you've got over 1,000 homes, businesses burnt to the ground. I mean, you saw the aftermath. It looked like a nuclear bomb went off up here, and it still looks like that. A lot of the folks that are here today lost everything, not just their homes. They lost their valuables. They lost, their pictures. They lost, all those family memories that come with living in a community. It's rubble. So it's not just home. It's everything. It's their lives.
And I think that reminds us to be a little more sensitive when it comes to dealing with the people in this area. It's not just selling them a product or a service. It's about connecting with them, understanding their needs, and truly providing them with solutions. I think that's the key.
Yeah, providing absolutely solutions. And listen, some of the world's lost that I think that this kind of an event gives back is face-to-face, shaking somebody's hand, meeting people, seeing the whites of their eyes when you're talking to them. That tends to get lost in all this and everything that's gone on in the last 2 years. So not only do we have COVID, but then all these people, as we're trying to rebound from that, these people literally lost everything.
Okay, well, thank you so much. If there's anything else you would like to add, Jake?
No, I love it. Thank you guys for listening, and Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, they're the best.
Thank you guys. Y aquellos que hablan español, vamos a estar transmitiendo todo esto también en los siguientes días para que ustedes sepan de qué manera pueden envolverse con esta organización y también con lo que están apoyando a la gente de esta zona. Una vez más, mi nombre es Jesús Carrillo. Esto fue Factor H. Hasta la próxima.